I want to oppose the proposal to approve without debate the additional borrowing facility at the International Monetary Fund. Taoiseach's countries most vulnerable to climate change face not only devastating floods and other disasters, but also crippling debt. These financial burdens are nearly impossible to escape, leaving little room to address the pressing needs of their populations. Without significant debt relief, these countries will struggle to provide basic services, let alone tackle climate change. And targeted supports from nations like Ireland, through institutions such as the IMF, could make a profound impact. Thoughtfully designed assistance could ensure climate mitigation and adaptation are prioritised in global aid efforts. For example, a debt for climate swap, where debt is reduced in exchange for commitments to environmental action, offers a pathway to address both economic and ecological crises, giving vulnerable countries a fair chance to adapt to the changing world. And I think we need to have a debate on this here in the House, Taoiseach.
Very much, Ceann Comhairle. Firstly, I should remind the House, or inform the House, that today the government appointed the first ever ambassador from Palestine to Ireland. I think that's an important moment. I wouldn't tut about that. I think it's something seen as very important by the Palestinian Authority. If you want to tut about that, Deputy Pringle, that's on you. But I think the ambassador is very pleased to have been appointed, as is the President of Palestine and the Prime Minister of Palestine and the Government of Palestine. So that's the first point to make. Second point is this. It's my understanding, Ceann Comhairle, that this matter will be discussed at the Oireachtas Foreign Affairs Committee today. My understanding is that the Taoiseach Minister for Foreign Affairs is attending that committee. My understanding is with the agreement of the Chair and the sponsor of the bill. And Senator Francis Black, I do want to acknowledge, has shown huge leadership on this and very constructive engagement, by the way, and engaged intensively with the Taoiseach on this, and I thank her for that. My understanding is both the Senator and the Taoiseach's officials, including the legal advisor to his department, will present to the committee this evening in relation to the legislation. I think that is quite important. The Deputy Pringle is right on this, that certainly I don't speak for the entire Dáil, but I get the sense that there is now a consensus across government and opposition that we would like to see legislation passed in relation to this, but we'd also like to see legislation passed that isn't going to fall at the first hurdle, that isn't going to fall in the European courts, I just can't get this echo back, isn't going to fall. There's just so much muttering going on, it's hard to speak. Isn't going to fall. We have to get this legislation correct. And I think the appropriate way to proceed, Ceann Comhairle, is for the Foreign Affairs Committee, where the bill will be at, to consider this issue this evening, to be briefed by the line minister and the sponsor of the bill, to receive presentations from both, and then for that committee to advise us on how to proceed. In relation to Deputy Naughten, I can certainly...
Please, can we let the Taoiseach... Let the Taoiseach respond, please.
I can only account to this House what I have been informed. And I have been informed what I have relayed to this House by the Taoiseach Minister for Foreign Affairs. That is my information. That is all I can relate to this House. In relation to Deputy Naughten, I can discuss that with the Minister, but we're not proposing making time available, is the truth, because we have a lot of legislation we want to get through in the remaining days of this Dáil. But I will ask that the Minister engage with you on the matter, and I note your views as well. In relation to the issue of Garda numbers, Deputy McGrath appreciates the issue of Garda numbers is an important issue. That's why we've reopened Templemore. It's why we've seen Templemore now full of capacity. It's why we see more Garda recruits coming out in your own county from the Garda College every 12 weeks, and the government will continue its work in that area.